Chapter 7, Blood in the Streets. Ethan, New York City. The stairwell reeked of smoke and sweat. Ethan stumbled down, clutching the railing as neighbors shoved past him, their eyes wide with animal terror. Somewhere above, the building's upper floors burned, flames crackling through the ceiling vents. On the street, chaos reigned. Storefronts shattered, alarms blaring, looters storming out with armfuls of goods. Cars crashed into each other, horns locked in endless screams. Gunfire echoed between skyscrapers. Ethan ducked as a man swung a crowbar at another, teeth flying in the streetlight. Blood sprayed across Ethan's shoes. He staggered back, heart pounding, only to hear it again, those hooves. He looked up, and through the smoke he saw it. The rider on the red horse galloping across Broadway as if the asphalt itself were a battlefield. Wherever the sword fell, men and women turned on each other with renewed violence. Ethan's legs trembled. "This isn't real," he whispered. But it was. God help him, it was. Los Angeles. The hospital was under siege. Gunmen stormed through the ER doors, bleeding, howling, demanding medicine that wasn't there. Nurses scattered, one was shot in the leg. Patients screamed from their gurneys. Mara ducked behind a supply cart, clutching a pair of trauma shears like a weapon. The crack of gunfire made her ears ring. The wounded soldier she'd been treating only minutes earlier now had a pistol in hand, firing wildly at anyone who moved. His eyes blazed with something feral, something inhuman. Mara crawled across the floor, slipping in blood. She grabbed Danielle, dragging her behind an overturned gurney. "Stay low," she shouted, but her voice drowned in chaos. Through the shattered lobby windows, Mara saw downtown Los Angeles burning. Helicopters swirled overhead, floodlights sweeping, as if the city had become a war zone overnight. And through the smoke, for just a heartbeat, she saw the rider's silhouette, sword raised, fire trailing behind it. Adrian, Geneva, Switzerland. The summit had disintegrated into screaming. World leaders shouted into phones, demanding armies, ordering airstrikes. Reports came faster than they could process. Border conflicts erupting, coups spreading, cities declaring independence overnight. Adrian remained still. The storm outside battered the windows, lightning illuminating his face in stark flashes. He watched the panic with detached amusement, like a chess master observing pawns knock each other over. "Gentlemen," he said, raising his voice above the din. "This is no time for fear. This is the time for unity." They turned to him, wild-eyed, desperate for direction. And Adrian felt the presence again. The rider's approval, heavy as a hand on his shoulder. The whisper in his skull was unmistakable. "Let them bleed. Then you will bind them," Adrian smiled. "Prepare my statement," he said. "The world will listen." Jonah, Chicago. The church doors splintered under the weight of fists. Jonah shoved his flock toward the basement, shouting prayers above the din. "Go hide!" But they weren't fast enough. The mob poured in, neighbors, strangers, faces twisted in rage. Knives, bats, broken bottles, their eyes gleamed like predators. "Devils!" one of Jonah's deacons gasped. "No," Jonah whispered, clutching his Bible tight. "Not devils, Horseman." He raised the book as if it were a shield. "In the name of the Lord, I rebuke you." The mob surged forward. Jonah swung the heavy Bible into the first attacker's jaw, teeth cracking. Blood spattered the floorboards. The congregation screamed as the sanctuary filled with violence. From the bell tower above, the old bronze bell tolled on its own, though no rope had been pulled, and over its hollow peal Jonah heard hooves growing louder.